Hey everyone, it's Megan with CraftyPlannerLovR here, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be setting up my planner and doing the pen test for what this planner looks like and showing you how I plan on using it. I know I shared this video a little bit ago. This video, we're going to do the pen test. We're going to show you kind of what it looks like as far as like what the pen is, what the paper is, and I will show you one of my recent spreads so you can see how I plan on using it in the future. So the first thing that we are going to do is actually not the title page. We are going to do that later. I am going to use some Illustrated Faith cardstock tabs and also some of the, what is this called? It's from Hobby Lobby, I think, or the Paper Studio. Yeah, Hobby Lobby, it's tabs. And I'm using these because I don't have real tabs, but also because I'm going to do something a little fun with it. So let's go ahead and get into September. And what we're actually going to do is at the front of each page, and if you saw previous video, you know that in the front of each month, it has a notes and tasks section right before you get into the monthly. So what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to put the tab on the notes and tasks section because that's where my month is going to start. Now, I do have an idea of how I'm going to set these up, and I'm not quite sure how I want to start. So we're just going to go ahead and begin with here. And like I said, I will be fixing these, and it won't just be these colors. So that is my plan. Now you're going to see a little sneak peek of my monthly that I went ahead and did, and I'll show you that later as I put these tabs on and figure out how I'm going to set up the labels on them as well. Alright, now that I've gotten those tabs on, as you saw, I decided not to use the cardstock ones because that was going to be way too much work for me to add the tabs, add the title, cover up the color, all that stuff. So I decided to just use these. Now I think I have some months from Cal of a Plan. I think. If I don't, I know I have handwritten plans. So let's see if I have the Cal of a Plan ones first because they're clear. If I do, we're going to use those. Okay, all of the tabs have officially been added, so I'm going to start with the title page, and I'm going to add the scripts that Emily made me. This is from Growing Up Modestly. I'm going to add those in later, but I've got some items that I think would be nice to use in my intro page. And I kind of like these colors together. Maybe these. I don't know. I don't know how I want this to go. I guess we can just start. Yeah. Okay, I like the way this looks. I'm gonna add my glue to the page. This is tacky glue. This is what I always use for things like this because whew, I should have pulled or cleaned the edge before I did this, but that's okay. So we can just mix it with this. I was saying this is what I use to solidify down these because I feel like regular glue just doesn't do it. Okay, I like that placement. And then for this one, I want it to go here. Okay. Then got to let this sit and dry because if it doesn't, then it gets gross. And it doesn't obviously set. So let's let this dry and I will be back. All right, it is officially dry, so I'm going to go ahead and add my nameplate to, oh my gosh, if this will come off, to the page so that it is officially mine. I also have ones that say CraftyPlannerLovR that I got from, oh gosh, I think it was Proud Sticker Designs. But I wanted it to say Megan since it says CraftyPlannerLovR on the front of the page, like on the cover. So that looks nice. This is pretty. I really like this. It definitely represents me and my fun, and I was really afraid covering up the Practical Paper Co. logo, but it is right here on the page. Sorry, the glare, you probably can't see it, but it's right here on the back of the front cover. Wow, words are hard. Okay, so now we've got the front page done and we've added the tabs, and I don't know if I ever showed you, I just added them on. That's it. That's all I did. And then we're going to move on to this page. Now these two pages I'm actually not going to set up in this video because I'm still waiting on the page. I want to make these pages functional, but I also don't want to use the 18-month or the 2-year year at a glance because I won't need it for this specific purpose for this planner. Then you move on to this page. Once again, we are not going to set these up because this is dates to remember. In my flip through where I showed you guys what the planner looks like, I mentioned that this could be a place where I would share releases and things like that. And I actually think that's what I'm going to do with this. I just don't want to decorate it yet because I'm going to wait and I will do a separate video maybe before a plan with me or a setup video showing you guys what I do. But this is what I'm going to be using in the monthly layouts. You have, like, right before the monthly spread, you have 2 notes pages. And if you've seen any of my plan with me's for my social media planner, previously I would use the monthly layout for my social media tracking. So I will grab that and show you what I'm talking about. So in my social media planner, this could be an example of what a blank spread looks like. And then if you want to see what one of my spreads looks like, I'm going to go to like June because I feel like that's a good representation. I tracked all of my social media on this side and then just like PRs and information on this side. But I decided for this that's what I'm going to do in this section here and just carry over what I've been doing for that planner. But because September is already over, I am not going to do that for here. So this is actually sort of kind of the pen test page. And I say sort of because I already did, and you saw this a little bit already, I already did fill this out. So I don't know if I'm going to use the monthly like this for every single month, but at the current moment, just so I could get a feel of how I wanted to use the spread, I just tracked what I usually track on my social media spreads, and I have an insert that I used in my old planners from Saturday Gift where I would write down my initial like thoughts on how I wanted to schedule things, and that's where I would put all that. So that's what I was kind of going with here too. So I wanted to try out stamping because I wanted to see if it bled through. And the pen that I use is this one. I don't know exactly where it's from. Let me see if I still have the packaging for it. I believe it came from Michael's, but it is just a regular ink pen. So that's what I used here, and then some stamps, and those are from Craftsmart, the purple washable lavender color. That's what I use here, and those are the usual stamps that I plan on using all the time. So I wanted to see if it bled through, and I left this side empty so I could see. It does have some shadowing, but not really intense, and I did do different pressures. So up here you can see there's not really much shadowing, where the other, like the bottom half, is a little shadowy, and that's just because I pressed harder. So there's not really any bleeding for that. So I thought it would be a good idea to use this for the test page. So let me grab the pens that I normally use in my planners, and we will see if they bleed. All right, so here are all of the pens that I normally use when I am planning. So we've got a couple of different brands and a couple of different colors. So as I have mentioned, the pen that I use to write with most of the time. And then we also have my Micron 0.35 milliliter ink pen. I use this in my week's planner, and it sometimes bleeds through, but most of the time it doesn't. This is my tried and true. Love this thing so much. So these are my two main pens that I use to write with. Then we have the Jelly Roll gel pens in the Midnight colors, or Moonlight. And I have two of these because these are the darkest ones that I have. As you can see, I love these because they're almost out. These are from, oh gosh, they are 0.5 fine liners, and I think I got them from Michael's. I know I got them for my birthday last year. So these are what they look like, or at least Christmas. It was one of the holidays. I use these occasionally, so I got the two darkest colors that I have. And then this is a Bic pink ink pen, and I very rarely use this, but I thought it would be nice for me to see if it does bleed through. Then we've got these. I actually have no idea what these are called, and if you can see them, I hope my camera will focus. This is what they look like. They are, I know my sister got them from Amazon, so that's all I know about these. I have a whole set of these, so I love them. Then we've got the mild liners. I have them in my two darkest colors. I do have brown, but I can't find it right now, so I thought these two would be okay. Then I have my Ohu, however you pronounce it, dot pens, and I got these from someone on Instagram. They sent it to me for Christmas, which was really, really sweet of them. So love these things, use them all the time. And then I have some Tombow, I don't know what size these are, but these are Tombow brush markers, and I have them in the neutral tones. So that's all the pens we've got. Now let's go ahead and get started. I also am not sharing a Sharpie because I've already tried the Sharpie, and I'll show you that. It does bleed through, but Sharpie bleeds through most stuff, so that's not surprising at all. All right, so I wrote the title in this black. See if it bleeds. Got some shadowing, very light, but not a lot. So that's good. Let's see, got any shadowing here? Okay, so coloring does bleed a little bit, shadowing, but not too bad. Nothing that I really care about, but some people might be like, no. So there's that. Now let's try our dot pens. All right, let's see how the Ohu does. Yep, it does bleed through. So very lightly, very slight bleed, but it does bleed it through. So keep that in mind if you use this. Okay, let's check the mild liners. Not that I see. Mild liners look like they are good to go, so that's nice. Okay, those are good. They do not bleed through. I'm going to skip a little bit of space because I need to make sure I can see that they bleed. And I know that this one doesn't, but I'm going to do the same here. And I'm also going to test the micron. Okay. Micron does not bleed through. Good. I figured it wouldn't. It doesn't bleed through most pages that I have, so I figured that would be fine. All right, we're almost there, you guys. This is the Bic. I feel like this is going to be fine. I feel like this pen is going to be okay. I was correct. That's good. All right, we're almost done, guys. We're almost done. We've got Jelly Roll. And these probably won't bleed through either, but I like to test them. And I also want you guys to see if they bleed through too. Nope, they are good. Those are good. All right, now we have these fine liners that I don't know what the name is called. They look like they're probably going to be fine. I do have it in black too, but again, I can't find it. Okay, so really the only ones that bleed through are my Ohuhu, or however you say it, my dot pens. Those are really the only ones that bleed through. All right, we are running out of time here, so I do want to quickly show you what I meant when I said the Sharpie bleeds and show you kind of what I've been doing for testing the pages. So as you saw, this is kind of my test for the monthly. And then this is me checking. I left this empty specifically so I could see if anything bleeds. And looks like most of the time we are pretty good. I left this empty as well, just I didn't really know what I wanted to do with this. But this was my first attempt at checking things out, and I kind of knew that the Tombow wouldn't bleed through because these are all of these are with Tombow brush markers. And I just tried some washi just to see, play around with it, and kind of figure out how things worked in the planner and how much room I would have for each of the PRs that I'm on. I do have to double up on this last one, and that's only because I only have to post like once a week, if that, with these PRs. So that's why I put them down here at the bottom. And then I left this area blank because I wanted to see if we had any bleed through, and it looks like we are pretty much good. The Tombow does bleed through a little bit if you press too hard, but I showed you that already. And then this is where you can tell that the Sharpie bleeds, because as you can see, Sharpie bleeds through the page very significantly, but that's okay. Sharpie bleeds through most pages. It bleeds through the Happy Planner. It bleeds through... I've never had an Erin Condren, but I have seen it bleed through Erin Condren in other people's videos before. So I know that Sharpie just really, really likes to make sure that you know that they are there. So that's why I did that. And I also wanted to see, using stickers and things, how it would wrinkle the page. And it looks like it's pretty good. And y'all know I am super rough when it comes to sticker planning. I take things off, put things back on. I don't mean to be rough when I plan, but sometimes I'm just like, oh, this would look better over here. You know, if you've seen my videos before. So this was my first attempt with an actual spread on how I really wanted to play around with what it would look like. And this is kind of what I'm settling with. You're going to see in my next plan with me for the 2nd through the 8th of October that I switch things up a little bit. But I used the washi covers, or the washi days of the week, from Shine Sticker Studio. The dates are from Redhead Stickers, and then the deco that I have here is from Growing Modestly, and then these blue shiny overlays are from Redhead Stickers as well. So this is the kind of thing that I think I'm going to stick with for, at least for now, while I get used to the planner. It does go from Sunday to Saturday, so it's not the typical layout, but as you see, I changed that. I don't know if I'm going to continue to do that, or if I'm going to change it every week, or I don't know. I haven't, like I said, this is a new planner for me, so I haven't really gotten the swing of it, but I like what it looks like so far, and I really like how I laid things out in terms of just playing with it. This was just me using some stickers that I've been wanting to use for a while and didn't really have a specific theme or boxes that would fit with it, and that's why I went with this. So this is what it looks like, and like I said, it doesn't wrinkle the page pretty much at all, so that's really good, and the washi doesn't wrinkle the page or squish the page together. So that is what I'm using this planner for, and I am excited that I set it up. I'm excited that I added tabs because now I'm ready to dive into this planner. If you missed my video flipping through this planner, I have mentioned it a couple of times, but you can check out that video in the description, and I will also leave it linked right now in the cards so you can check that out if you're interested. And if you want to see me plan in this planner spread, I will leave it in a playlist that says social media planner. I'm not going to change that playlist and add a new one because it does get confusing for me. So if you are wanting to see how I've planned previously, you can check out that playlist and see how my dashboard layout varies. Before I end the video, I do want to share with you what I'm going to do with the dashboard layout that I have right now, because you guys know I don't like to waste stickers. So I'm going to keep this as my mock plan. So at the beginning of the week, I'm going to sit down, and usually I plan, because my off days are Friday, Saturday, I will sit down and plan my videos for the next week, like that upcoming week, and I will plan them and edit them and all that stuff so that they're ready to go on the days that I want to upload them. And I'll do that every single week. So this is kind of my pre-plan of how I want things to set up, and that's what I'm going to use this for. I haven't decided if I'm going to keep the monthly layout or not. If I do, it's going to be pen and paper. This is just going to be pen and paper from now on. I'm not going to add any stickers to it, but I don't want to waste it because most of the time I will take a separate piece of paper and write everything down before I sit down and film a video anyway. So now you guys are seeing like my process. So this would be my separate piece of paper now. So it's already in here, and I can kind of go back through and be like, oh, okay, so on this day I'm going to do a spread featuring Sammy Lynn planning, or on this day I'm going to do a spread featuring you know, Redhead stickers, or hey, Redhead stickers has new releases, Sammy Lynn planning has new releases. You know, Growing Modestly, I shared, you know, an Instagram story for her. So I like to keep track of that, and I want to still use this planner for its intended purpose, but not in the decorative way. So I hope that makes sense to how I'm using them. And if you have any questions, please ask me. I will be more than happy to answer them, because I know switching through a planner halfway through the year is weird, but I knew that I wanted a new planner. Probably in July, I knew I wanted to switch planners, and I just never did. And I am excited that I have the opportunity to switch planners, and I can share with you guys a new planner company that you might be interested in as well. Sorry for that long outro. I just really wanted to be transparent with you guys and share my thoughts and how I'm planning, because I know when I watch videos, I really want to know what your thought process is, why you want to do that, why you have two planners, how do you use those planners, and I want to be as transparent and easy with you guys as possible, so you know I'm not wasting stuff, but I'm also using them to the best of my ability to plan the best way I can. If you like this video, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. If you enjoyed these videos, let me know. If you have any questions, definitely ask. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this inspired you. I hope it gave you a little insight on how I plan and why I'm setting things up the way I do. I hope you found a new planner company to support just like I did, and I really hope you guys will support her and her amazing, amazing work. She works so hard on this. If you want to save some money on Practical Paper Co., don't forget you can use my code PPCMegan and save 20% off of your order, and you will receive some freebies. Don't know what they are because they vary from term to term. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, craft on. Bye guys!